Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Have another. This is going to be a short video. This is more informational for all of you that have FICMs on 2005, let's say 2002 to 2006, Silverados or Duramax, obviously diesel engines. The FICM is a fuel injection control module. That's the first letters, so it's called FICM. So most of these ones are over, 19 to 23 years old of components in place. These have a very robust capacitors. They are the ones that are charging and discharging is every time the injectors are, command on and off, right? So, well, those capacitors are rated, or what GM put into this modules for 10 years. So anyone above 10 years is just like I mean, on a clock for this to explode because it is literally explodes. So I have been recording multiple videos on these kind of cases where I'm successfully being able to repair the FICMs until they explode and then it's a hole through the board like in this case. All right, so this is a 2005 LLY Duramax from Jim Schweitzer. He is from Texas. Let me just make sure because I want to cover his information, but I want to leave a note in there. Yeah, he's from Haslet, Texas. So he sent this and it got here yesterday. So I said, I started to open it up. And the way that we have a discussion, which I'm going to share with you, just get you a close of what that looks, and you can see the burn on the bottom. So this is actually, it's like this. So you can see that that goes, if you see the light well, kind of gotta poke it, but you can see how it's all the way through the other side of the board. And the problem is these boards are multi-layers. If this were to be a two-layer board, well, then I can make jumpers and I can help the customer, but this is not the case in here. This is a multi-layer board. All right, so but having a conversation with Jim, let me just open the email, but what I don't show his um, information. Let me see if I can cover this up. I think that's, let me just, give me just 1 second, guys. I'm trying. Okay, perfect, right there. All right, so he said, hello, Mike. I'm about ready to send the LLY FICM to you for rebuild. Again, it is currently fully functional. Please see attached picture of my FICM. How do we work out for payments and service and so on? But, I said, don't worry about it. I will send you a link for payment when this is done, if we can go and do the repair. All right, so this is for you and watching the video so we can see that is exactly the same part number. And thank you, Jim. He cleaned it really good before sending it out. I have working victims that is like, I mean, I spend like an hour cleaning because they come full of grease and oil, and this was not the case. But um, um, luckily for him, this is not a repairable component. So I'm going to get the whole thing. I'm going to move the line so you can see the burn spot through the bottom here. I left this on so he can see that those are for his. And I have his note in here. So this is the only ficum that I have right now. I got no other ficums. I got a lot of work in here open up, but no ficums, and the rest is downstairs on waiting for the next chance to work. I do offer a expedite service when a customer pays a little extra, and, or when it's a working truck, I try to help them out to get it as soon as possible. So I always open these ficums immediately, and the reason I do that is because of these same situations. So I want to make sure that I'm not going to hold a person onto something that cannot even be repaired. So I'm going to put this onto the microscope, and I'm going to get a zoom. Let me just get the microscope ready. I mean the camera, and put this into full screen. And just, moving this so you guys can see that better. So as you see, I mean, these are still the legs of the two capacitors that are on the side. So this side where this one is sitting, so we got two big capacitors and three smaller ones. This is the one that exploded on him, on his, um, and it created that damage. So I'm going to just keep you here. I'm going to use just a plastic pick. I'm going to see to clean this a little bit so you guys can see. Because right now, because of the same carbon that we have here, it might not show. I tried to clean it a little bit, but I mean, like you see, this is layer by layer by layer is already burned through, and that is exactly what happened in here when this capacitor is exploded. And this is like we got a ground pad, a power pad, fiber reference, signals that goes through here because obvious reason. I mean, it's a computer, right? So now we're going to see that hole better. You see it right there. So it's a hole through, and yes, there is a small hole, a smaller hole, because obviously we had the legs of the capacitors, but now the problem is what exploded and it damaged through. So yes, I told Jim that I was going to record a video and show the extent of damage because in his is not just even that there, is this right here, this one right here, is a pre-driver that controls all the injectors. And this is a very robust component, very expensive as well too, because this is a high voltage system. This go upwards 150 volts when it's running. So this is why this happens. And as you can see, this is fused to the board because of the explosion and when this happens, it's a high current short. So whatever is attached to that specific moment, it kind of fuses is welded to the board. So we can see how these legs, you see, this is a nice and a steady or normal solder, but you can see this one specifically, this one is soldered to the board. And that makes it, again, even worse. It cannot be even removed or repaired. All right, so just a short video to show Jim what happens on his board and see what we can do for him or find a used one and then try to get a truck back into a working condition. All right, guys, thank you so much for subscribe or for visiting the channel. If you're watching the video, please subscribe. That helps me tremendously. That is the only way that my small business can grow and help other customers find me. I know sometimes my videos are not maybe, uh, fun or stuff that you're watching on regular basis, but this really helps a small business here in the United States grow. And I really appreciate all you guys subscribing and helping me. I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate that. God bless you all. See you next time. Bye bye.